The phone call came at 11:47 p.m. Unknown number. I answered on the third ring. "Don't show your face at our Thanksgiving table, you old fool." Sarah's voice, my daughter-in-law, sharp, practiced, like she'd rehearsed it in a mirror. I didn't speak. "We don't need your money anymore," she continued. "Mark got promoted. We're fine, better than fine. So take your guilt checks and your sad little visits and—" I hung up. The room was dark except for the laptop glow. Banking interfaces, trust fund portals, college accounts I'd opened the day my grandson was born. Numbers that once felt like love. Now they looked like leashes. I sat there in the silence of my downtown apartment, the one they didn't know existed, the one I'd bought 6 months ago when the lies started showing cracks. My hand moved to the mouse. One click, then another. By midnight, every account was empty. Transferred, liquidated, rerouted through offshore holds they'd never find. I didn't feel angry. I felt clear. It started 4 months earlier. Mark, my son, stopped calling on Sundays. Small thing, easy to miss, but I'd raised him alone after his mother died. Sunday calls were scripture in our house. Even after marriage, even after the baby, he called. Until he didn't. When I asked Sarah about it, her smile was too bright. "He's just busy, Dad. You understand." Dad. She'd never called me that before. Always Richard or nothing at all. I began watching. Their social media exploded with luxury. Designer strollers, renovated kitchen, European vacation tagged with hashtags about self-made success. Mark's salary couldn't cover it. I knew. I'd co-signed his student loans, watched him scrape through entry-level marketing jobs. Something was feeding them. Someone. I started quietly reviewing the bank accounts I'd set up years ago, emergency funds, the grandson's college savings, the trust I'd promised them access to when they bought a house. Withdrawals. Regular, large, unauthorized. Sarah had forged my signature on disbursement forms. Not once, 17 times. I hired a forensic accountant under my business LLC. No names, no paper trail back to me. The report arrived in a manila envelope. I read it twice. Sarah had been systematically draining accounts for 11 months, not just mine, her parents, an elderly aunt. Small amounts at first, then escalating. She'd created fake invoices, falsified documents, even impersonated me via email to authorize transfers. Mark's name appeared nowhere. He didn't know. My son, good, trusting, naive, had no idea his wife was a thief. But there was more. A second man. Credit card statements showed hotel rooms, dinners for two while Mark worked late, jewelry purchases he never saw her wear. I found the photos buried in a shared cloud account she thought was private. Her, him, my grandson in the background of one shot, playing with blocks while they smiled at each other like teenagers. I printed nothing, saved everything, and waited. Thanksgiving morning, I drove to their house. They weren't expecting me. I let myself in with the key I'd never returned. The kitchen smelled like turkey and lies. Sarah stood at the counter, phone in hand, laughing. She saw me. The laughter died. "Richard, what are you—" "Mark home? He's picking up wine." "Perfect." I set the folder on the counter between us. "What's this?" "Your career," I said, "in document form." She opened it. I watched her face drain. Bank statements, screenshots, hotel receipts, photos. Her hands started shaking. "This is... you can't—" "I already did." "Did what?" "Closed the accounts. All of them. Reported the forgery to the banks. Contacted your aunt's estate lawyer." She looked up. Eyes wild. You're insane. I'm thorough. Mark will believe his bank statements, the ones showing you've stolen $140,000 from his son's future. Her breath came short, fast. I'll tell him you're lying, that you manipulated— With what? The photos of you and Derek? The emails? The motel in Clayton you visited 9 times? Silence. Heavy. Choking. You don't understand, she whispered. I understand perfectly. The front door opened. Mark's voice. Mom, Dad's car is— He appeared in the doorway, saw us, saw the folder. What's going on? I looked at Sarah. She looked at the floor. Ask your wife, I said. By sunrise, she was at my apartment door, banging, screaming. Please, Richard, please, I'll pay it back. I'll fix this. I opened the door halfway. Her makeup was ruined, eyes swollen. Mark left, took Jackson, won't answer my calls. Good. You destroyed my life. No, I said. I stopped you from destroying his. She lunged forward. I stepped back, closed the door, locked it. Her sobs echoed through the hallway. I made coffee, black, no sugar, the way my wife used to make it. 3 weeks later, Mark called. We met at a park. Jackson ran toward the swings. I'm sorry, Mark said. For what? Not seeing it sooner. I watched my grandson laugh. You loved her. That's not a crime. She took everything. No, I said. She took money. You still have him. Mark nodded, wiped his eyes. Thank you. I didn't respond. Some betrayals don't deserve forgiveness. They deserve exposure and silence. I finished my coffee. The morning was cold. I didn't feel it anymore.